Hey everyone, TCG Necromancer here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to use the deck builder at CryptidCamp.cards. Step 1 is to choose your companion. So today we're going to be building a meteorite deck. Step 2 is to build your lantern deck. You can have exactly 10 lanterns in your lantern deck. These are your resources for the game. So because we're doing a hybrid, I'm selecting some Corallium and some meteorite. Step 3 is to choose your trails. You can have exactly 6 trails. And then step 4, this is the main part, is your 50 card deck that you'll be using to play the game. So using the CryptidCamp.cards deck builder, you can add cards individually and then later update their quantities. So use the filters here to kind of search for the cards you want to add to your deck, and then you can always increase the amount of those cards if you're able to. If it's a unique card, you won't be able to add more than just one. But like I said, we're doing a meteorite and Corallium deck, so we're going to add couple of the space cryptids and some fire cryptids as well. Here we're going to increase the count. If it's a common card, you can have up to 4 copies in a deck. If it's uncommon, you can have up to 3 copies in a deck. And if it's rare, you can only have 2 copies in a deck. And unique cards specifically mean you can only have 1 copy of that card in your deck. You can choose your cryptids, you can choose your memories, which for other card game players might consider spells. So yeah, we're adding a bunch of memories here in our color. Oh, and there's also gem, which is basically any color. So there are some pretty cool gem spells or memories. So you might want to add like elemental campfire or supernatural campfire, for instance, because they allow you to play cryptids from outside of your chosen colors. You can also select supplies. Very valuable item in this game. You can, for instance, if you're playing the Lapis deck, the Lapis vase, it generates 1 vision per turn. The Wish Fulfilling Jewel, I think, is an auto add for any deck, especially if you're just building on TTS and learning how to play. Wish Fulfilling Jewel is one of the greatest cards in the entire game. You can also add traps. Traps are cards you play face down, trying to trick your opponent into thinking you're playing a cryptid, but instead when they encounter it, each trap has their own mechanic. And yeah, you're trying to get to a total of 50 cards in any given deck, so we're going to add some environment cards as well to round out our deck. Need about 5 more, so let's add some more cryptids. Alright, and with all of our cards selected, we can go on to the next step, which is reviewing and exporting to TTS. So on this page, you can just go over all the cards you selected. If you need to edit anything, you can. Clicking those buttons will take you to the appropriate step. But then there's this download TTS, JSON, and PNG button. You click that once, and it will download a JSON file and a PNG. So the next step is to move those files and import it into TTS. So most computers you'll find have their TTS saved objects at that path. Users, your name, documents, my games, Tabletop Simulator saved objects. So you just copy the files that were downloaded, drop them in that folder, start up TTS, load a new game state. I accidentally here have a previous game I was playing, so I'm going to just clean the board up real quick for you guys. Start fresh. And then to import the deck that you just created, you go to Objects, Saved Objects, and there it is. So we're going to just go over to make sure that what we selected is actually there. So yeah, our companion was Flatwoods Monster. The next 10 cards should be your lantern deck. Yep, and this looks like what we selected. There should be 2 Corallium. Yep, and then the rest meteorite and the dual lantern. The next 6 cards are going to be your trail deck. Yep, and those are our selections from earlier. And then the last 50 cards is your deck that you created. So we'll take a look at that briefly. But with that all said, you're off to the races. Tell some friends, play the game, and thanks for watching.